Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Legends of Another World. I'm going to be continuing the low-level game today from where we left off after defeating the Dark Transient. I stole one zombie resist to restock my item supply a little bit. Anyway, killing the Dark Transient opens up a lot of possibilities to us. We can come back here to Taspia, or go through the Metaspi to Nyata, or go through the Metaspi to Trinity Palace and continue with the story. But for all the opportunities that are opened, one has been closed, which is that we no longer have the respawning cult warriors to farm money from. I can get as much money as I want by stealing, but it's a lot more laborious now than it was. So even though I have the possibility of getting characters 4th ability slot and getting HP plus 25% for everyone at this stage, I'm not going to do that until I decide it's absolutely necessary. So the first thing to do is raid the Metaspi. Still fleeing from any encounters we get. It's actually pretty nasty. Now in the main game, I didn't discover the room over to the right here until after defeating the Phantom when it fled in that direction. But now with the indicators of exits, you can go in here before the Phantom and get all of these things. Some blue magics, a few new weapons, some things I can sell, which is always useful, and no encounters, the most important ability for a low-level run, or at least one that is going to save a lot of annoyance. Sneaky powder, viral matter is another blue magic, I think. Breaker blast, something else I can sell, and the choice chest on the left contains Aisha's special items, the Turbo Boost, Barrier, Force Field and Tonic. We can choose any one of those. I'm not going to take that choice until it's clear which one I want. That is, when I've run out of one of the options and I'm in a battle that needs me to have one more. And now that we have no encounters, it's time to backtrack and face the Grand Obby. Harley has learned Esuona. Everyone gained a lot of AP while I was training up Vince. The Grand Obby counterattacks every attack by putting darkness on the character who attacks him, so that will be a useful thing to have. He's also, I think, vulnerable to a range of statuses. Let's see if I'm right. Pretty much. Ooh, managed to get that. But now that I've got slow on him, let's try Venom. No. Now that I've got slow on him, I'll switch Amanda for Harley and use Esuona. He is going to do his nasty disaster attack at the end, so I need to make sure I put on 2 meditate buffs. And that everyone stays at full health. Even if that means missing a few attacks. In my test run, I was able to have all 4 survive, so that was a bit of a surprise, but not a big deal because I've got more than enough AP to be getting on with. Aisha doesn't have any use for AP anyway. So, for my first attempt at Torafo, I sold all the abilities that I don't think I'm going to use and bought 2 HP plus 25s. I was going to buy 3, but I remembered that I already had one on Amanda, which I can unequip because for this fight I need to use my highest AP characters. So all my front 4 have the HP plus 25. The other abilities are not really important. And since they're not important, I'm going to give Aisha back the alchemy. Right. I need to haste Vince for this so that he can put meditate on twice. That combined with high HP is the only way to survive his tornado. His first attack will always be physical. Thank you for hitting Vince. I'll excel and meditate since the turn counter says I have time to do both. Now, I wonder how much I would get from Blessing at this point. Probably not nearly enough. So instead, I'll have Ivy attack. I suppose Tornado might be her strongest. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent damage. So I don't know how much HP this thing has, but oh goodness, Aisha has only 3 HP left. Still, at this point it's pretty clear that I can survive anything he can throw at me. I just need to hope my supply of items lasts. Getting the counter attack is nice. And how fitting that he was taken out by his own strongest attack. For the Phantom, I think I'll put Liana back in the party. Tara can have Fire Touch. Liana can have HP plus 25 since she is my lowest HP user. Everyone who's on the front row should have Dark Proof. So I'll need to take one off Amanda. I think the Phantom uses Dark Attacks, that would make a lot of sense. And Aisha should have Light Touch. With that, I think we're good to go. He says he's covered all his weaknesses, but in fact he's still vulnerable to quite a lot of statuses. I should put Amanda in to cast Slow. Venom, Weaken and Meltdown all work on him. Regen does as well, but oh wow, that was narrow. Good thing I have Essuona because Weaken and Meltdown are two statuses that are not taken off by Vince's Purify. And this time he exits straight up, because there's no longer any need for him to hint at the existence of the room on the right. So I have to assume all that was a deliberate change. I won't show the test of knowledge in full. Mysterian is the correct name of the boss. But I will note that you can steal a turbo boost, which fails the question, but you can afford to fail one. Use something that affects different creatures differently is a question I didn't get in the first time I played this. The answer is to use an elemental attack. Something you can run out of. Antidote is something I've got a lot of and is very cheap. I'm just playing this a little to see if there's any more new questions that come up. So, no. So the thing is, don't forget you can switch party members as much as you want to answer the different questions. Okay, here's another new one, and This is baffling. Something that may reward you. I don't know what that's... I'm hoping it doesn't mean to use one of Aisha's positive status items, because those are very rare. Oh, it quite possibly means to steal. Ha! So there is actually a question that calls for that. Yeah, that was the right answer. And from what I remember, the test of strategy is simple enough. Just pretty much ignore everything she does and throw poison dust at every opportunity. Oh, did I miss with that? How weird. Occasionally her death will actually hit you, which is annoying. I've been lucky so far. The test of power is rather luck dependent, but he does like using dark, so everyone has dark group, and the battle basically comes down to hoping he uses dark rather than physically attacking. I had a test run just now in which I was very unlucky. He physically attacked on his first 2 turns. When he physically attacks, he can inflict sleep. Vince has sleep proof, of course, but if that hits one of the others, I have to spend Vince's turn taking it off, which means I don't get to put the buffs on as quickly as I would like. So this run is going much better. Oh, have I remembered to get the steel? Thank goodness I remembered. Oh right, Vince was under darkness, that's why he keeps missing. I didn't notice that. We must be nearly there, right? Yes, that's right. Carry on casting dark. You know you want to. And the last test is pretty obnoxious. I've put Ivy back in, and my front four all have Fire Drain, Water Drain, and Omni Resist. However, towards the end of the fight, he will use Disaster, which will wipe out everyone, even with Vince's buffs on, unless I give Vince Aura. Or give one party member Aura. Doesn't matter which, I've chosen Vince to be the survivor. So his third turn will always be static, but I'm not worried about the HP loss because his fourth will be fire, which will heal me right back up. In fact, I won't put meditate on yet because I'd like to be healed as much as possible. Okay, so not all the way to full, but I have Blessing to take care of that. And now I'll put the second meditate on. So now Ice doesn't really do very much. But I'll heal anyway because I can. Next will be Thunder. And I won't heal after that because next one will be Water, which will heal us. Next he uses Shockwave, which inflicts the Weaken and Meltdown statuses, so I'll have to switch Harley in to take those off. And let's see if Vince using Excel will give Harley a turn. No, it doesn't. I was hoping I could get Harley to have another turn so I could take him out of the party. Well, it doesn't matter. Because very soon disaster is coming and only Vince can survive that. And one last trick, his next turn will be Explode, which takes out one party member for certain, so I have to have 2 party members alive. So with a low-level party, it's impossible to get the AP from that for more than 4 members, but again, that really doesn't matter. I gained a lot of AP while I was doing the grinding for Vince to learn Excel. So there's only one battle left before getting the boat, but it's a pretty obnoxious one. So Ivy's back in the party and she has light proof, which you can buy in Saria, and Tara has alchemy, so that Phoenix Tears will revive anyone at full health, and I've got 60 of them. I sold absolutely everything that I thought I could reasonably do without. So one rather nice feature is that if you lose this battle, you don't get a game over, so you can save after losing once and you don't have to go through the cutscene again. Unfortunately, I only found this out too late. If you lose the battle and come back, her steel changes to a hyper potion instead of the light drain ability. So she can cast light and knock any one party member out, except Ivy has light proof. She can also one-shot any party member with a physical attack. She has statistic, however you pronounce that, so I'll use Blessing. Because she does also have Light Pillar. This could be bad because Ivy doesn't have enough turns to recast Blessing. Oh, Aisha skipped a turn for some reason. That normally isn't good. Could mean she's about to do something nasty on her next turn. But we'll see. Oh, just flare. That's fine. So I shouldn't rely too much on Blessing because it needs to be charged up. Should use Hyper Potions as well. And then it's just a matter of hitting Aisha until she goes down. Status effects, I think, won't work on her. But she has a ton of HP, so it's going to be a really long fight. So I am just going to skip to the end of this one. Okay, I decided not to show the rest of this fight because it is just so obnoxiously long, and you can't scan her, so I couldn't tell when it was close to the end. She does cast Aura and Shield on herself at certain points, but I don't know exactly when those points are, so those are not landmarks that mean you're getting close to the end. And there's no reason for it to be this long. I mean, yes, I'm making it worse on myself because it's a low-level game, but I have the same problem in the normal game. There's no interesting strategy because of the fight being long. You just get a pattern, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it so many times until she finally runs out of HP. I still have 25 Phoenix Tears left. I prepared by buying 60, so what I didn't quite need as many even as the Dark Transient, but for most of the fight I was... Oh, I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's over. We've got the boat. Oh, there are no more fights between now and getting the boat, so that's a great place to end the episode. And I'm glad that one's over, but I am really looking forward to what's going to come next. So see you next time.